So, take me through, let's go even further back. Let's go through the process of somebody who hears something and they actually want to learn how to make it. How did they find that out? How did they find out how to actually make music?
I mean, that's a that's very difficult. That's a very hard question to answer, because I think that nowadays people are pretty much people are inundated with music now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I think that now it's more intuitive as to how to make it, because nowadays you can go download a demo of Fruity Loops, for example, and you can start making tracks. Mm-hmm. You can save up a few $100s and get Reason. And start making some beats. You know, you're gonna stumble. You know, every Mac computer comes along with GarageBand. So thus, it's like, you know, I think that the process has become more intuitive now. I think that people pretty much know how to make it. Now, do they know how to make it good? That's where that's the next evolution, and that's one of the things that we partnered with Remix Hotel and Remix Magazine. Our whole thing was to be able to educate producers, DJs, artists into, okay, you've gotten your craft, you've gotten to level 1, you know how to make a beat, you may know how to make a song, but how do you now make that song better? How do you make that song more commercial? How do you make that song sound more professional? So these are some of the things that we've been doing. We've been having panel discussions with well-known top, you know, engineers that would talk about how to mix and master your records so that it sounds like, you know, a record that's competing on the radio. Mm-hmm. Something that comes out from the record company. And we were doing these panels, you know, that and having publishing panels so that cats can learn how to set up their own publishing companies. What does that mean? What is publishing? You know, is it something, you know, so that they understand that those are rights that they should be having, because once again, even if their music is played in a movie, television commercial, anywhere else, there's still rights that's associated to it. How to register with the performance rights societies such as ASCAP. You know, they should be a part of the academy. These are things that I think that's starting to happen with producers, because you'll be surprised on how many producers have made records are not involved with organizations. Because I think that's another part of the evolutionary process. Now these organizations really are going to serve a vital role in the development of talent.
Do you feel that it's important to have a visual image associated with your music? In the old model, you could sign to a record label, they like your song, here's a bunch of money to go cut a record, and here's a bunch of money, we're going to make some music videos. Of course, you're going to pay for everything in the back end, but in order to get that messaging out, the labels are good at that. They can, if they like you, they'll put a whole bunch of money behind you, and you're going to be seen. Now, if you're going to do this thing without the help of a label, do you think it's important to get your friends out there with a couple of video cameras and cut a video and put it on YouTube? Do you think it's important to build an EPK somehow, or is just the song in and of itself
Well,
enough?
I think it's all the above. I think that you cannot just have the song anymore. We're in a visual medium. MTV is 25 years old. So that's telling you that there's generations now that's been grown up on that medium. Kids now, when they don't listen to music, they look at music. So the whole perception has changed. And this is why a lot of people from the older generation do not have an understanding of why the records are working. You know, the records are working because of the visual element, not necessarily the audio element, because the visual element is more powerful. So thus, I think that we've just moved into the natural evolution. We moved from when books was our form of entertainment, and the writers of books were the stars of it. Then we moved into the recorded medium, which was the recorded artist was the star. Now we've moved into the multi-medium, or the DVD, or the visual, as you say. That's the next level. So I think that, yes, a camera needs to follow groups around all the time. They need to tape rehearsals. They need to tape promotion gigs. They need to tape everything that they're doing, you know, if they're going to the studio, they should be taped, recorded, because the one thing that teaches you faster than anything else is being able to sit through and see it in a visual realm. You know, I saw Sympathy with the Devil for the Rolling Stones DVD movie. To me, it was like a documentary, but at the same time, it was basically them recording this one song. All right, and that process, what it take to record that song, that right there was so enlightening for me, because it showed me all the things that they were doing to get that song together. And when you see that they're having the same kinds of problems, all right, that you have in the studio doing, then you understand that you're on the right track. So that tool in itself, I believe the future for learning is DVDs. Mm-hmm. I think that the classrooms are going to be more interactive with the computer, because you know, I learn from my programs. When I want to learn or pick up a new program, I want to learn innuendo, I want to learn, you know, Logic 8. I look at DVDs, because the book in itself is good to supplement the information. But if you want to know how something works, you need a visual.